Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
In your life, what sadhus they have to offer, contribute to bring perfection to our life. So before we understand the severity of Vishnava Aparadha, so first we have to understand how important role the sadhu sangha plays in our life. So first I'll present things very briefly to the point. It is not very heavy philosophical presentation, very simple presentation, but you have to hear little attentively. Little attention you have to take. Then you can understand things very nicely. It's not a heavy philosophy, so that you will not fall sleepy. It's not like that. So first, sadhu sangha. Second, I will speak briefly about Vishnava Aparadha. What is this Vishnava Aparadha all about? And what major role Vishnava Aparadha plays in your devotional life? Then, after understanding the role of Vaishnava in your life, after understanding about Vaishnava Aparadha, then final question we must know, understand that who is Vaishnava? That is very important question. That who is Vaishnava? That we have to understand also. So because so many things I will speak in very limited time, I will try to present it briefly to the point. Okay. So as you know, in this age of Kali, we will take shelter of whom in this age of Kali? Krishna saying, Paritranaya sadhanang vinasya duskritang dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge. Millennium after millennium, I descend to this material world. But there is one exception, that in this Kali Yuga, Krishna is not supposed to descend. There is no incarnation of Krishna. There is another name of Krishna is Tri Yuga. He comes Satya, Tritiya, Dwapar. This Kali, Lord does not incarnate. Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. In the age of Kali, he comes, but he doesn't come in human form. He comes in the form of holy name. Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. So we have to take shelter of holy name. What else? What other form Krishna comes in this age of Kali? One more form is Bhagavatam. Krishna Swadhama Apagate Dharma Jnanadhivisaha. When end of Dwapar Yuga, Krishna left to his planet, Golok Vrindavan, he left along with the Dharma and Jnana. So without Dharma and Jnana, how can people see anything? Kalodristam Masamesa Puranar Ko Dhanadida. That's why Krishna himself, he came in another form in this age of Kali to dispel the darkness. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this Kali, two pure things we have to take shelter. One is holy name, another is what? Srimad Bhagavatam. Holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. The purest things that we have. That's why Bhagavatam is considered Vedar Tarar Galitam Phalam, sweet, ripe and juicy fruit of Veda tree is Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of all Vedic literatures. Veda, Vedanta, Purana, they are all confusing. But Bhagavatam, no confusion. So Bhagavatam also takes shelter. Then holy name. Purana explains Kali Yuga is so degraded. Even scriptures will mislead people. People will be misled by scriptures. That's why they will become so disgusted. They keep aside all the scriptures, simply chant Hare Krishna. That's all. So that much pure is holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. So two things you have to take shelter. What is first thing? Second is? But there is a problem. There's a condition. Just by taking shelter of holy name and Bhagavatam is not everything. That's why our Acharya is saying, संसार जिनिते আর কোনো বস্তু নেই সাধু সঙ্গে হরিনাম এই মাত্র চাই. You want to conquer the nations of material existence. There is no other way. Only one way, chanting holy name. But that chanting holy name, you have to do the association of devotee. You understand? If you think holy name Bhagavatam, you forgot association of devotee, then you are missing the point. So sadhu sangha harinam. Harinam becomes real powerful, get real result when you chant with association of devotees. So here we see how important it is. The highest shelter we have in our life, holy name and Bhagavatam. Without association of devotee, holy name Bhagavatam doesn't become so powerful. He said about holy name, Srimad Bhagavatam also same thing. যা পড় ভাগবত বৈষ্ণবের স্থানে একান্ত আশ্রয় কর চৈতন্য চরণে. Go and discuss, hear, listen Bhagavatam with the association of devotee. You can hold and read Bhagavatam on your own, but Bhagavatam will not manifest fully to you. See, Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. Just like Krishna saying, Jathamang prapadyante tang tatheva bhajamiham. Krishna does not manifest himself same way to everybody. He manifests in different way to different people. Same way Bhagavat also manifests. Karmi, they will read Bhagavat, they will understand Bhagavat in one way. Jnanis, yogis, they will read Bhagavat, they will understand one way. But Vaishnavas read, the Bhagavat will reveal himself in different way. Bhagavat is Supreme Personality of Godhead, incarnation. So he reveals. We cannot understand Bhagavatam. So Bhagavad reveals. Even if Bhagavad does not reveal fully to Vaishnavas also. So ja pada Bhagavata Vaishnava rasthana. Here Bhagavatam from Vaishnava. What kind of Vaishnava? Ekanta ashraya kara Chaitanya Charana. When you take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, read Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhagavatam meaning will be completely different to you. Then as people, other groups, they have understood Bhagavatam. So the conclusion is, we have to chant holy name, hear Srimad Bhagavatam with the association of devotee. Satang prasangan mama virja samvida. When my katha is discussed, the association of devotee becomes very powerful. Mama virja samvida. So we want to derive the real result of holy name out of holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. We want holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam, they manifest themselves to topmost extent. Then we have to do it with the association of sadhu sangha. So that is in the present life. That seriously we have to understand how important it is. Even if our topmost shelter holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam, that we take shelter, dividing the association of Vaishnavas, and we don't get the full result. So that is in the present life. Now previous life, I have explained to you yesterday. Who was not here yesterday? Raise your hand. Come new today. Okay, many of you are not here. Some of you are not here. I was telling yesterday that our bhakti starts from Shraddha. Somebody has faith, Shraddha, they get sadhu sangha, then bhajana kriya, anartha nivriti. But how you get Shraddha? How you get faith in your heart? There is no mechanical process. You can't impose faith upon somebody. That has to come spontaneously, or by hearing the glories. Somebody may develop faith by hearing from somebody. But Shraddha comes Sukruti Purvasanchitai. From our previous life, I was telling yesterday, we are accumulating Sukriti. Sukriti is something different than pious activities. So what is Sukriti? Anybody here? Can you tell me what I told Sukriti? Vishnu. Knowingly or unknowingly. Anything you do, knowingly or not. I gave example in previous life. Suppose Some of us were dog, maybe I was dog, a tree, cow. Vaishnavas, they take prasad throw, then as a dog we eat that. A tree fruit offered to Krishna, that Atma gets Sukriti. Cow milk offered to Krishna, that Atma gets Sukriti. So who is the cause behind our Sukriti in previous lives? Because of whom we are accumulating the Sukritis? Because of Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas, they have opened the temple, offering prasadam. So again, not only this life we depend upon Vaishnava Sadhu Sangha, previous life also. Before we come to this path of bhakti, they are the original cause. When, in which life we first time become fortunate, who knows? Previously, in some life, 100, 500 years lives before, maybe in form of a tree, that fruit was offered by some Vaishnavas to Krishna. In some life I was a cow, my milk was offered. From since then, this process has started. You understand? Hundreds lives before, the process has started. Accumulating. So now at the beginning of our bhakti life, we depend upon Vaishnavas. They are only our hope. Sadhu Sangha. Previous lives, our hope started, good fortune started because of sadhu. Vaishnavas are responsible. Then what happens? Then we have to progress. From now onwards we have to progress in our devotional life. Brahmanda Brahmita kono bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishna prasad paye bhakti lata bij. When we are hovering around from universe to universe, from planet to planet, from species to species, from time immemorial, anadi karma phale padi bhavarnava jale. From time immemorial we have fallen into this ocean of material existence. No way to get out of this place. Guru Krishna prasad paye bhakti lata bij. The seed of bhakti planted into the field, the heart is our field. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, this seed is implanted to our heart. So seed is bhakti. Bhakti is seed. And the field is, in which field you are planting this bhakti seed? And that is heart. So once you plant a seed, the tree grows automatically, or you have to some other duty to do? What you do? You have to do watering. So when we plant the bhakti seed in the heart like field, then we have to do some watering, very special watering. Hudson River, Thames River, Ganga, Jamuna, what water is the best? We can plant, offer to this tree. What is that? What water we can give to this tree? Shravanadi Shuddha Jala Karaha Sechana. Write down. You don't know, and you don't write down also. Not tomorrow you'll forget again. Shravanadi Shuddha Jala. The watering is hearing and chanting. Shravanadi Shuddha Jala Karaha Sechana. So the seed is, what is the seed? Tell loudly so others can hear who is not answering. Bhakti. Bhakti is the seed. And what is the field? And what is the watering? Shravan Kirtan. Shravanadi Shuddha Jala Karaha Sechan. Shravana Kirtan is the watering the tree. So then, when you start watering, then the tree will grow. But one problem is there. Of course, in UK we don't have that problem. But in India we have problem. The plant is growing. One day morning you go, the plant is no more there. Because we have so many goats and cows roaming around in India. They'll come and finish, eat it. But in UK no problem. You have any problem like that in UK? Yes. When I go to America, I tell them this problem. I said, in America we don't have problem. They say, Maharaj, we don't have cows and goats, but we have deers. The deers, they come and eat all our plants. So whatever it is, then you need a fencing. You come to Krishna consciousness, then you hear Krishna to Bhagavan Swayam, Ishwara Parama Krishna, Krishna is everything. Then you go outside, and there are so many cows and goats are sitting there to finish your bhakti lata. You'll finish your bhakti kripa. There's yes, Krishna is Bhagavan. What is 5,000 years old Bhagavan? Now we have fresh Bhagavan, you should worship this. And in India we have no lack of Bhagavan, is not it? For Hindus, how many Bhagavans you have Hindus, you know? Only 330 million gods are there, demigods. But Hindus are so much fond of gods, that is not sufficient also. They make this new Bhagavan, that Bhagavan. So you go outside bus, you completely finish. So in the under Vishnava Aparadha, all kinds of things. So that what we have to do, we have to do fencing to protect this Bhakti Lata. So watering is chanting and hearing. And what is this fencing? What fence we should put to protect? Bhakti Lata will be protected from cows and goats. Anybody knows? What fencing we should put? Speculate something, no? Mercy of Vaishnava. The association of Vaishnava. Sadhu Sangha is the fencing. So you do this fencing, then the creeper will grow. Guru Maharaj is telling that we remain here as gardener. We are gardener. We will be watering. Then this creeper will grow. You remember yesterday I told what he has to surpass this creeper? Bhulaka, Bhuvalaka, Svalaka, Mahalaka, Janalaka, Tapalaka, Satyalaka. Beyond Satyalaka? Anybody remember? 8 layers. Okay. Beyond 8 layers? Viraja river. Beyond Viraja river? Brahmajati. Beyond Brahmajati? Okay, Siddhalaka. The beginning Siddhalaka. Then? Vaikuntha. Beyond Vaikuntha? Ajodhya. Beyond Ajodhya? Dwaraka. Beyond Dwaraka? Mathura. Beyond Mathura? Golok Vrindavan. Where Krishna is sitting, and this creeper will reach all the way up to there. Take shelter of Bhakti Vriksha, Kalpa Vriksha, and that will give fruit there, Prema Phal. And Prema Phal will fall from there. And so much Prema Phal will fall. The gardener cannot finish it. Mahaprabhu is saying, I'm only one gardener, how much Prema Phal I can finish? I am to distribute to others, how much I can distribute, all help me. So now question is, we have to do protection. Here you see, again Sadhu Sangha. In the previous life Sadhu Sangha, to start Bhakti Sadhu Sangha, to move in Bhakti devotion life, again Sadhu Sangha. Otherwise, Bhakti Kripa will be finished. Our faith will be destroyed. So we need association. But we need association, we are neophyte. If neophyte get bad association, then his faith will be destroyed. But if I am 20 years old, 30 years old devotee, still I need Vaishnava association. I am fixed in my bhakti. Still I need, I am old devotee. Why I need? Yes, I need. Doesn't matter how mature he is, he always needs sadhu sangha. That's why bhakti is compared to, what do we say, bhakti? Lata. Bhakti lata. Lata means creeper. If you plant a mango tree, a small mango tree, you have to put fencing. And big mango tree, have you seen big mango tree somebody put fence? No. So tree, vriksha, becomes bigger, no need of protection. That's a bhakti is compared to lata, creeper, not as tree, not as vriksha. Bhakti is compared to lata. Any time, doesn't matter how old it is, anytime it will be destroyed. This is bhakti lata. Bhakti lata, very tender, always constant watering, constant protection, always. All the up to until you see God face to face. Even for prema state also, if bhakti lata is not protected, the problem will come from there also. So this way, we should understand how important it is, how serious subject matter it is, that we understand to stay with the association of devotee. Because if we have many mistakes, but we stay with the association of devotee, we will be protected. But we are perfect in all respect, but we don't stay in association of devotee, we are in danger. One has to understand that. And we know none of us we are perfect. We are so much imperfect. So that's why our goal, the key of success in spiritual life, is to understand the contribution of sadhu sangha to our life and cling to that. And this is this retreat is another purpose, that we associate with the sadhus. What is the association means? What sadhu sangha means? To sit next to sadhu, touching your body to another sadhu. Yes. Once one devotee said, Prabhupada, you are always traveling and we don't get your association. Prabhupada said, what do you mean by association? One mosquito is sitting on the body of Prabhupada. You see the mosquito sitting getting my association or sucking my blood? And some devotee, we do like that. When Guru Maharaj comes, oh Gurudev, Gurudev, holding the lathi, umbrella, or standing behind him so that my picture will come with Guru Maharaj, they will see me. This is association of Guru. Yes. I have seen Guru Maharaj, when Guru Maharaj take prasad before, big line. Maybe now Guru Maharaj have prasad with no salt, no line is there. There is no salt in Guru Maharaj prasad. The point is, what is the association of sadhu? What is the association of Guru? Is hearing. How much association Srila Prabhupada got from Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Prabhupada? Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Prabhupada, stalwart disciples, constantly day and night staying with him, so much. But what they have done? Prabhupada is a grihastha. Hardly spent time with Bhaktivinoda. Little association, that's it. So what is the quality association? Are we eager? Association means what? Krishna giving the definition of Sangha in Bhagavad Gita. Mat chitta mat gata prana bodhayanti parasparam kathayanti samang nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. What is the association of my devotee? My devotee, the associate means immediately they discuss about me. They eagerly hear from each other. Bodhayanti parasparam. So that is the definition of association. As soon as we associate, we hear, engage in devotional service, reciprocations like that. So that is this is what I have to say to make you understand in a present life, in a previous life, for future life, the role of sadhu sangha, how important it is. So accordingly, you have to understand the aparadha, Vishnava aparadha. Aparadha sunna hai laha Krishna naam. So we are all discussing, goal of life, the highest goal of life, never was given before. Mahaprabhu first time gave. What is highest goal of life? Love of God. Krishna Prem, love of God. And very simple process to get love of Godhead. What is simple process? Just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simple process is very simple. Then devotees say, oh Maharaj, when you come to Krishna consciousness, they say, oh, very simple process, just chant, dance, go back to Godhead. But after that, this rule, that rule, this problem, so many things. But actually, process is very simple. But we are very complicated. We are not simple. How the process will work? We are not simple, we are very complicated. So now, process is simple. The only problem is that line I just told, Laha Krishna. Aparadha sunna hai Laha Krishna. That Krishna Prem can be achieved. That we chant holy name without any offense to Vaishnavas. So it's very difficult to give up Vaishnava Aparadha. You know why it is difficult to give up Vaishnava Aparadha? Who can speculate?
People are difficult.
Why it is difficult?
Because they rely on the mind.
Rely on the mind. False ego. Any other speculation? Vaishnava Aparadha is topmost sense gratification. The most enjoyable subject matter. Very tasty. One Maharaj said, Vaishnava Aparadha is like pickle. You have nice halwa, puri, sabji, very tasty. You enjoy. But when pickle comes, what happens? Saliva comes from mouth. Very tempting. But everything, your kamini, kansana, and money, ladies, very enjoyable. Good sense gratification. When topics of Vaishnava Aparadha comes, it's very exciting, very exciting. You will feel very tasty. That's yesterday I was telling you now. When Bhagavad Katha starts, we fall sleepy. Once Prabhupada was giving Sunday class in San Diego. That time many hippies used to come. So one hippie came to Sunday class and the whole time was sleeping. So everybody went up, my Prabhupada class finished, everybody went to take prasad. He's sleeping. And one devotee woke up, hey, get up, it's time for prasad. So he went to take prasad. Then after eating prasadam, he came to this devotee. Said, oh sir, can I meet your Gurudev? He said, why you want to meet him? Your Guru is very powerful. So how did you know he's very powerful? Then he said, you see, I have some disease, I could never sleep. But when he came here, what he knows, I can't sleep. So Krishna is very powerful to make you sleep. But as soon as Krishna Katha finished, Bhagavad Katha finished, then speaker will say, Jai Prabhupada ki. And everybody woke up. And they'll go outside, sit here, sit there, and discussion will start. Oh, you know, this Prabhu is doing like this. You know what happened to that Maharaj? They say, oh really, what happened? Then all our ears, everything very alert. Because they're prone for this. Vaishnava Aparadha, the highest sense of gratification are most difficult to give up. You can endeavor to give up the sense gratification from your material sense gratification, enjoying with ladies, with big building, with money. You can try for that. But you will fail when this subject matter comes. Very difficult. A prawn. Shastra says, Aparadha pravanata. Pravanata, we have 4 anarthas. Not defect. Defect is different. The 4 anarthas. The 4 defects are that illusion. No, it's 4 anarthas. 4 anarthas. 4 anarthas. Hear this carefully. 4 anarthas. First anartha is Swarup Bhram. That we have forgotten who I am. First anartha. Unwanted. Unwanted things. Unwanted. Anartha. Unwanted. Swarup Bhram, we have forgotten who I am. Then second anartha is Asat Trishna. That our hankerings is Asat, not real. Body, based on body, says Asat Trishna. Third is Hridaya Drauvalya. We are very weak within our heart. We don't have full faith on Krishna. Sometimes I go to congregation members' house, Hindu congregation members' house. They have been worshipping Kali, Shiv, Durga so much. But now they come to Krishna consciousness. No demigod worship, only Krishna. But they have been worshipping for so long, they are very afraid of to give up everything. So what they do, they have main altar Krishna. In some corner they still put that, So there's some weakness in heart. Under love, puja, pratishtha, also weakens our heart. The third anartha. Fourth is aparadha pravanata. We are prone for committing aparadha. And very difficult to understand. When the gross aparadha is there, subtle aparadha there. Gross aparadha means you slap some devotee. beat some devotees. In a society that happens, devotees they fight with each other. Sometimes, not so much, rarely. That is one kind of aparadha. The second kind of aparadha is you shout to other Vaishnavas. That is more common. We shout to each other, rebuke each other. Then third standard aparadha is we mentally think bad about others. So different category of aparadhas are there. And also, very interesting is, so difficult to avoid Vaishnava aparadha. Suppose, I have no intention of offending you, but I am doing something, you feel that I am offending you. That also will affect me. It's so difficult. How can you manage that? They give the example of Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami, he goes on meditation. All Leela manifests to him. He enjoys very blissful mood. Once he did not get any enjoyment, Leela not manifesting. And he went to Sanatana Goswami. Said, what happened? No more this Leela manifesting. You must have committed some aparadha. Because aparadha, Jiva Goswami writing in his Sandarbha. If you commit 10 Vaishnava aparadha, then you lose taste for chanting holy name. 10 aparadha. Then if you do 100 aparadha, then you, I just forgot, then you lose something. You give up chanting.
No, 10 offenses you lose the taste, 100 you commit sinful activities.
Commit sinful activities. Then 1000 aparadha, you commit Vaishnava aparadha, then you give up chanting and Krishna consciousness. This is a gradual process of how to get out of Krishna consciousness. Yesterday I explained to you the gradual process, how to reach the Shraddha level. There is a gradual process also, how to get out of Krishna consciousness. 10 offense something like this morning Siddhartha was telling. The 10th maybe you commit sinful activities, 100 no taste for Harinam, 1000 you get out of Krishna consciousness. So Rupa Goswami, the Sanatana Goswami said, in Muslim Vaishnava aparadha, you call all the Vaishnavas. To become free from Vaishnava aparadha, one best way you feed Vaishnavas nicely. It's very good. That's why in Mayapur, Gaur Purnima festival time, we feed all Vaishnava free prasad. If any of you feeling that you are having some Vaishnava aparadha, you should contribute some donation for that. So the whole world Vaishnavas are coming there. So it will become free. So Sanatana Goswami, you call all the Vaishnavas and feed them. So Rupa Goswami called all the Vaishnavas, he fed them. But still he is not getting his bhava. Then Sanatana Goswami, you find out if any Vaishnava did not come to it. Then upon one Vaishnava, one lame man did not come. Then Rupa Goswami went and asked, why did not come? And that Vaishnava said, I did not go because one day you laughed at me. So what I laughed at you? Because he's a lame man, he walks like this. You laughed at me. Rupa Goswami could not remember, I never laughed at you. Yes, that day we were sitting under the tree and I was walking and you laughed at me. So he told what time when. Then Rupa Goswami realized. What happened? Rupa Goswami, he was in meditation. In meditation they see the pastimes of Krishna. So he saw in that pastime that Krishna has come in advance and climbing the tree, he has pushed the branch down. So some flowers or fruits are there. Then Radharani came. So Radharani holding one branch, plucking the flower. So that time Krishna lifted his feet and the branch was like this up and Radharani hanging there like this. So seeing this pastime, Rupa Goswami laughing. He is laughing by seeing this. He has nothing to do with the lame man. But lame man is thinking, oh, he laughed at me. What can he do? If that affects, just imagine, where are we now? So much gross, so much offense they are committing. So that's why the different kinds of, how to become free from, I'm going to be very brief because you have other programs and I have to go to health checkup also. So, when you commit Vaishnava Aparadha, what you have to do, that all of you know. I commit some Vaishnava Aparadha to Prabhu, Dham, Param Dham Prabhu. So what should I do? Go beg forgiveness. Prabhu, please forgive me. I have committed Vaishnava Aparadha. So, but my aparadha is so severe. Even if I beg forgiveness, he is not giving me. He is not happy. Then what should I do? Feed him. Yes, good idea. Feed him. Wash his cloth, wash his room. Serve him until he become happy upon him. Until he feels that you are genuine. No? But I do that to him. But still he is not happy. Then what do you do? Taught his feet? No. Then you chant constantly holy name. Repent yourself and constant chanting holy name until your death. Chant holy name. These three processes given. First beg forgiveness, then serve him, then you chant holy name. With a lot of repentance. Oh, what a big mistake I did. Then you will be purified. Chanting the holy name. Then suppose Nittai Kirtan did some offense to Pansidhari Prabhu, then he will think, oh, going and begging forgiveness, I feel very ashamed, embarrassed. But I just go and chant few more rounds, extra rounds. The Shastra says, the topmost offense will be eradicated by chanting holy name. So if I did little offense, and another 4 or 5 rounds I will chant. But holy name will not relieve you from that. You have to go, be humble. You have to make him happy, beg forgiveness. That time holy name will not help you. So Vaishnava Aparadha works as whole technique, mechanism is there, whole chemistry one has to understand. Then somebody will say, okay, I committed Aparadha to Nitai Charana Prabhu. I will consider it Vaishnava Aparadha. Should I consider it Vaishnava Aparadha? When I consider it Vaishnava Aparadha, if only he is a Vaishnava. Are you Vaishnava, Nitai Charana Prabhu? Then what mind will tell me, na? Mind will tell me, Vaishnava Aparadha is okay, but is he Vaishnava? Vaishnava means he should have 26 qualities. He has 26 qualities. He doesn't have 26 qualities. So if I committed something, it's not a Vaishnava Aparadha. No problem, I don't go beg forgiveness. Mind is very expert. He's always trying to trick us. He will never make us to be humble. He will always behind us, how big you are. He will never make us to be humble. He will trick me. No, not 26 qualities there. Why I have to go? He is not a Vaishnava. I have no Vaishnava Aparadha. Then sometime, for example, Sakkharasa Prabhu has all 26 qualities. Yes, I consider you have 26 qualities, for example. He's a Mahabhagavat. I commit some offense unto him. Then what? Then I have to go beg forgiveness. You know what my mind will tell me? My mind will tell me, if he's Mahabhagavat, they never accept offenses. Even if I have committed offense, he will not accept it. And if take me offense, then he is not a Mahabhagavat. So why should I go to beg forgiveness? No, I should not go for forgiveness. You understand that we will face all these troubles. Our mind will never allow us. So, in this situation, I am just telling you in very briefly, little bit different aspects for understanding the severity and how subtle is the Vaishnava Aparadha. It's really difficult. So much difficult. One can give hours of lecture on Vaishnava Aparadha. And as soon as you get out of this asana, you will start doing Vaishnava Aparadha. That is a very interesting thing. You can give big lecture on Vaishnava Aparadha. Because that is there implanted within our heart. Enviousness. We cannot tolerate. We cannot tolerate others. Enviousness nature is there. You know why you are envious of others? Why you are envious of others? Anybody knows? Any speculation?
We want to be the Lord.
We want to become the Lord? No, we are originally become envious of Krishna. That is carried forward up to here. Once Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was telling, who can resist not to become envious of Krishna? Just imagine, Krishna is there in Golak Vrindavan, and around Krishna, millions of beautiful gopis are there. And they are all looking, one boy, unblinking eyes looking at him. And if we go there, see that, who will not become envious of him? So try to understand it. That much, we have to exercise ourselves. That much we have to be deprived of the enviousness, that we can tolerate that. When you go to, now little bit somebody growth, we can't, we are burning. We don't enjoy hearing the glories of Vaishnavas, we enjoy the blasphemy among Vaishnavas. Some Vaishnavas doing good, if we ask ourselves, we don't enjoy so much. Something bad thing happens, we try to discuss that subject matter very much. And Guru Maharaj once told me when I joined, beginning time, the Gurus fall down, Sannyasi fall down. Guru Maharaj told me, don't discuss this topic. Because more you discuss this topic of somebody's fall down, what will happen now? If you discuss about some bad thing somebody doing, you discuss about him too much, he will be purified. And all his bad qualities will come to me. Yes, that is mechanism Guru Maharaj explained. All those bad things he's doing, that will be come to you. So don't discuss about others' bad things so much. So this is how this Vaishnava Aparadha, offense works upon us, and very subtle, very subtle things. To overcome very difficult also. So you have to be very, very serious. And how we recognize what is aparadha, what is not aparadha? That depends upon how much we are progressing in bhakti. More we progress in bhakti, we become more sensitive to Vaishnava aparadha. We are very neophyte, we slap some Vaishnavas, but then I don't feel anything. I have been correct, I give good lesson to this fellow. I feel like this. No feeling. I rebuke, shout, scream. If you have progressed in spiritual life, because of a purva sanskar, out of anger, you may slap somebody, or rebuke somebody, then you feel bad. Oh, why I did like this? Big mistake I did. But if you are not progressed spiritual devotion life, very gross, you rebuke or shout, scream, then you think I have done correct. He should get a lesson like this. You have a feeling like this. But you are advanced in bhakti, then you feel very hot, very repenting. Oh, he got pain because of my behavior, because of my talk. Why did I do like this? So you have a feeling like this. More you progress in spiritual life, very sensitive. You become very, very sensitive to Vaishnava aparadha. I'll give you 2-3 examples of Guru Maharaj, how sensitive he is. I am with Guru Maharaj for last 30 years. 78 I joined. I have never heard once he speaks against his god brothers or anybody. He just keeps quiet. Never he allows to discuss. Severe. Some of us got somebody blaspheming him, but he prays in front of us. He never allows, never talks. Even in management also, he keep quiet or grave. I can understand. But he doesn't speak out, but I can understand his reaction. No, when he becomes grave or something like that, I understand. He's not speaking, but what it is behind, you can sense it. One has to be very self-controlled. We have no self-control. We just like to speak a lot of things about whom we are talking, who is that person. We don't consider anything. We feel if he can talk something, we are very great. We have very self-control. Once I was in Argentina, Buenos Aires. How sensitive Guru Maharaj is. Then Guru Maharaj came, then Guru Maharaj to leave before me. So I was going to airport. So I was sitting car behind seat. Then Guru Maharaj entered into the car. He used to before walk with a lathi. So when he put the lathi on the seat, that lathi fell onto me. It's very good for me. Guru Maharaj lathi got. Then what Guru Maharaj reacted, you know how? He came there, oh, excuse me. He felt very bad. It's offending, it's lathi falling. But he took it, he's so sensitive. No need for a Guru Maharaj to do like this. But he's feeling, oh, It's not good behavior, my Lati fellow Maharaj. How this feeling come to him? No, he's not a drama doing a natak. His internal feeling shows. Why? Once somebody progresses in spiritual life, he becomes very sensitive. I know long, but 25 years before that time, Mayapur Janata Samaj developed. We have Gurukul, all Gurukul boys during flood time. One Gurukul boy was playing in drain water, in drainage water. So Guru Maharaj went and slapped him. So he started to cry. So Guru Maharaj felt so bad. So Guru Maharaj took him, bathed him, he fed him with him. He made him sleep on his bed. Until afternoon, that boy forgot everything. Then again started to play. So the point I'm trying to make, that he becomes so sensitive. He punished is good, but he takes it different way. Then how I slapped him. It's not good. So this is the how you recognize, how you become more sensitive to Vaishnava Aparadha. 2 years before, one interesting thing happened. The Guru Maharaj used to have Guru Puja on the rooftop during Gaur Purnima time. Sometimes he called other Gurus also. So once he had taken Guru Puja with Subhag Maharaj. So there is one boy, Guru Dayal, one small boy. He was Guru Maharaj's servant also. So he brought one garland and gave to Guru Maharaj. No garland for Subhag Maharaj. So that is not good. Guru Maharaj wants every Guru should be treated nicely. In the same way. Then he just, in front he just slapped him also. One more slap. He is a servant. Guru Maharaj slapped him, had a big deal. He didn't feel anything. He's not a small boy to cry. Guru Maharaj slapped. It's very, in Bengal, very common. And out of affection, we beat on somebody. We do like that. Why do you like this? We do like this. Not a big deal. So Guru Maharaj did like this, So he didn't mind. So next morning, that time Guru Maharaj used to chant, walk around. When Guru Maharaj walking means hundreds of people behind him, So, and this boy also next to him. So Guru Maharaj asking him, Guru Maharaj telling him that I bet you yesterday, please forgive me. So he did not understand what Guru Maharaj asking. Yeah, I know, I'm from this one. He did not understand what Guru Maharaj asking. Then he just said like, Guru Maharaj said, please, will you forgive me? He said like this. He don't know. He don't expect Guru Maharaj ask question like this. And he just laughed. He just said like this. Then that noon time, during lunch time, Guru Maharaj asking, you don't forgive me? So what forgive me? Then Guru Maharaj said these things. So he told. So the point is the sensitiveness comes. So this is a matter of this is like bhakti. What do you do? Practicing bhakti. Anushilana. This is a practice also. How we make ourselves to be sensitive with this aparadha. So aparadha pravaranta is the last thing that we have to face, and the biggest obstacle is aparadha pravaranta will go to make you fall down all the way. You see, as I said, there are different stages: Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha. There are 4 kinds of anartha. The anartha arises from your sinful activities. Anartha. Anartha you all know by now, right? Anartha from sinful activities. Anartha arises from pious activities. Anartha arises from your bhakti also. You are engaged in devotional service, from there anartha arises. And anartha arises from offenses. So all other anarthas will be removed in different level. But anartha from aparadha will go all the way up to prema level. So that serious it is. So then we have to be very, very careful with the Vaishnava Aparadha. As there is no time, my time is finished. So now the question is, who is Vaishnava? That is very interesting question, that who is Vaishnava? That we have to understand. In future, I meet you again and I will discuss that who is Vaishnava on the basis of the scripture. That who is Vaishnava? Vaishnava ke. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai Guru Maharaj ki, Gaur Premanande.